So welcome back to the channel. My name is Chris and I am a gorilla in the wrist. Today we are unboxing an Addiesdive Yachtmaster homage. Let's get into it. So this is the Addiesdive MYH3-C. It is a Yachtmaster homage. Let's get into the packaging. Gorgeous. Very secure, these boxes. I'm going to rip my nails off doing this. Let's start off very sturdy packaging. The watch should have come to no harm. And let's just... So that's the star of the show there. Interesting. I'm going to get out of the packaging. Let's just very quickly look at what else comes in the box with it. So the user's manual, which you're not going to read. There is a very colourful but unsigned guarantee card. Addiesdive logo, and we have a little bracelet adjustment tool. And that's it in terms of what comes into the packaging. So let's get to the watch. So let's get this out of the packaging and have a look. I'll try and walk and talk as we go. This is a 41mm quartz diver that I bought on the last AliExpress anniversary sale. Very nice. It's very bold. It has, I'm pretty sure, isn't an aluminium bezel, quartz style Addiesdive logo at the top, and divers 200 meters at the bottom. We have a fairly standard 3-link oyster style bracelet. Check out the fairly cheap generic needleDial pressed clasp. But does have a safety clasp and double pushers. And it's upside down because you know that's how I like to look at a watch. Don't know what's going on there. Right, let's get the plastic off. Cue elevator music. So we have a 41mm dial. It's quartz. Let's just set the time. So it has a very solid screw down crown. Let's set the time. It's 3:15. Actually, let's set it to happy time. There we go. Very well screwed down. This is an attractive watch, I have to say. You've got the black dial with applied indices. There are minute indicators. Let's try and get this a bit closer so you can see it. There are minute indicators around the outside. The indices, there is a triangle at the top. There are batons at 6 and 9, and the rest are all circular indices. The dial itself is very black, and does have a small amount of anti-reflective coating on it. Quite impressive given that isn't a mineral crystal. As I mentioned, I got this off the last AliExpress sale, and I paid the princely sum of £36.92. We will put the currency exchange versions of that up on the left hand side of the screen. But suffice it to say, that's not very much. I particularly like the aluminium bezel, where the markers are in relief, a sort of very polished relief against a, how do you call that? I guess a beat blasted style Let's just check the bezel movement. Well, you can hear that, it's snicky. Take it all the way back around. Let's just have a look at the alignment. I'd say that's very slightly off to the left. Entirely possible because I've ballsed it up. Have another go, shall we? A very fraction of back play in there, and no, it wasn't me ballsing it up. I think it is very slightly off at the top there, and certainly appears worse at the 30. Let's just last chance. Let's see if it's just me. Let's have a look at how the 30 lines. Yeah, no, that's not right. That's better, but it doesn't seem quite right to me. The 30 doesn't seem aligned either, so that's a little bit disappointing. In terms of the bracelet itself, as I sort of mentioned, a fairly standard oyster link bracelet. It's got push pins, which is fine at this price, to be absolutely honest. A fairly reasonable, not exceptional, but a fairly reasonable pressed clasp. 3 holes and micro adjust instead of 4. A little bit under, but the links aren't huge. I don't think that'll be a problem in terms of getting a fit. There's no branding on that buckle, although I have to give them kudos. They have branded the crown, so there's a little Addiesdive crown there, and there are fairly substantial crown guards on this as well, just to protect that crown, as well as it being screwed right onto the case. Yeah, I like the look of it. You get that occasional fleck of blue from the anti-reflective, which is nice. Date window at the 3. Yeah, so our first impressions, apart from the slight issue with the bezel, I rather like it. Let's sling it on wrist and see what we think. That's nice. And I think a big thumbs up. This is actually too big. This on my wrist is too large. It does need sizing, which would suggest to me that this would fit somebody up to maybe an 8 3/4, 9 inch wrist. So that's pretty impressive, I have to say. And it feels good to wear. I'm going to take it off and size it so that we can see how it sits properly. Bear with us a second. And so there we go, adjusted for my wrist. That's a handsome watch. I know we can't give them any credit for design, but for £36 on AliExpress, it's pretty good. It's a shame about the misalignment on the bezel, but that's just one of those things, I guess. This one does come with a Miyota 2115 movement, which I've had in lots of watches and I've never had any problems with. Very reliable, battery life up to about 3 years. Yeah, I don't think this is a bad watch, you know. So we're going to stick up some of the basic specifications now. We'll end up with a loom shot. Let me know what you think. I'm going to live with it for the next couple of weeks and then probably do the full review early June. So look forward to seeing you back for that one. Thank you. So for comparison, here it is with its angry half-brother with the green ceramic bezel. Peas in a pod. Let's get into the specs.